Productions, Howard Cohen and Eric Darmody.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you all so much for being here in this beautiful and historic theater. If you don't know, this is actually the original Hollywood premiere movie palace, and it's been beautifully restored, and we're so lucky and thankful for all of you being here. So we're really, really excited for you guys to see this movie. We are so proud to be involved with this amazing creative team. And we first saw this movie a year ago at it was a screening set up by the mayor of Los Angeles' office downtown. And that's very unusual for acquisitions people. We're pretty jaded. And we walked into the screening having no idea what to expect, and we were completely blown away. And not only were we blown away by the movie, but there was a whole panel of civic leaders talking about the actual issue that's behind the movie, and the extraordinary stories that they told made you realize that this beautiful film is about something that's very real that we need to all sort of pay attention to. So we are just really thrilled to be here and to be part of it. And without further ado, I would like to thank our glorious director, who's been just, I don't know, angel, just wonderful presence in our life, Ramchandani. Thank you so much. Oh, one thing is, please stick around after the movie. We're going to have a very, very special Q&A for all you guys.
I'm not gonna lie, I just had a shot of Jack Daniels. I'm totally overwhelmed, and I never write stuff down because I pride myself on my memory, but I'm completely discombobulated, so please give me a second. Eric and Howard said, you know, people don't like long speeches at the start of the movie, and I apologize, I'm gonna keep it as short as I can. I just have so many people to thank, and so many of them are here tonight, so I want to start by thanking the people that originally backed me and invested in this movie. They're here, John Graham and Rufus Parker, investors, friends, with their teams, Brad Land, Shazam, Shunara, like all of our investors. If I forget your names, it's the Jack Daniels, I apologize. I also want to obviously thank the great Ari López. What a find. You're about to see his performance tonight. And Renata, Vaca, they're both here. They're incredible talents, and they're my family now. I also have to give a big shout out to my editor, my producer, my best friend, and my therapist, Matt Dysel. We got that through a lot of crazy times. I also have to thank my mentor. I think he's here tonight. I haven't seen him. His name is Dr. Vincent Medici. He saved my life many, many times. So thank you, Vinny. I hope you're here, and if you're not, I totally understand. You know, this has been a 6-year journey for me. It's been 6 years. I started this movie right after my mother died. My mother died in 2017, and I went into a very dark hole because she left me with, it felt like I had nothing. It was like, I don't have a mother, I don't have a father, I don't have a wife, I don't have children. I felt very alone. I felt like nothing keeps me tethered to the earth, and it was really hard getting this film made. And you know, when I finished, no one wanted anything to do with this. When I would pitch this movie, it's about a mute kid from Mexico who sold to a sweatshop. I mean, people would roll their eyes. They were like, dude, you got no superheroes, you got no werewolves, you got no monsters, no movie stars. Is Brad Pitt in the movie? Okay, get out. Like, it was just, I mean, it was brutal. And I went through a really hard time, and I started seeing this healer, and the healer told me, he said, hey, you know, your mom is still with you, and you should talk to her in some way, shape, or form. So I started texting my mom on WhatsApp, and I started telling her every day how I felt, and I told her that I felt very alone and that I wasn't supported. And about a week after doing this, I had a really, she came, it was like a dream where she came to me and she said, hey, listen, kid, help is on its way. It's coming. Keep doing what you're doing. Help is on its way. I was in Mexico City at the time, and I was finishing the film, and literally the next day after this dream, I bumped into Luis Mandoki. Some of you guys know Luis Mandoki. He directed When a Man Loves a Woman and Message in a Bottle and Innocent Voices. And I walked up to him and I said, Luis, I know who you are. Your movie Innocent Voices was one of my inspirations. Will you watch my film? He was like, of course. And I was like, I'd like you to support me. I'd like you to be an executive producer, and I don't have any money. I can pay you in like fried chicken and enchiladas. And he came on board, and he was very generous with his time. And he then brought Yalitza Aparicio, you know, who's an icon of cinema. She came on, she came to a screening and she was like, oh my God, wow, I'll do anything for you. And I was like, great, I don't have any money, I need you to support me. And she agreed as well. And then I came back to LA. And you know, LA definitely is, it's a very interesting town. I love it, it's my home. But I found that no one, you know, again, even having these two Mexican icons didn't make any difference. No one wanted to see it. So I got very depressed. And I started going to yoga every day, and I go to this place called Hot 8 Yoga. And one day I'm in the changing rooms. This is last February. The movie's been complete for about 8 months. And this older gentleman comes out of the shower, and he's completely naked. And he looks at me and he goes, hey kid, can you get me a towel? Now, I don't know why I said it. I said, yes, I can, but you gotta watch my movie. And he was in shock. He was just like, what are you talking about, dude? And I was like, I negotiated with him. He's like this, or he was like, can I get a towel? I got him a towel. He watched the movie, and he's here tonight. He's an executive producer on the film. Many of you know him. His name is Michael Phillips. He's an absolute legend. He produced The Sting, Taxi Driver, Frozen Powers like the third time. And when he came on board and said yes, it was like the fact that he's an 80-year-old guy that can do a handstand, like his energy is so good. He just brought with him like the force of my mother, the force of the universe. Right after him, my friend Thomas Jane, who's here tonight, he saw the film and he said, hey Mo, I'm going to support you. You're a great director. He came on, he started promoting me. And then I was like, all right, I got to find a distributor. And I sent it to a couple of the streamers and they weren't really interested, again, for the reasons that we said. And I was very, very lucky that when Karen Bass had a screening for Latino Heritage Month, I invited Howard and Eric. And they came to the screening, and I will never forget, I came out, and the whole time I'm sitting with Matt, the editor, at the back of the screening, and I'm just watching Howard and Eric's heads. I'm like, how are they reacting? The whole time I'm just drinking a beer and I'm watching their heads. And we finished, the movie finished, and Eric came up to me and he said, wow, man, that was really operatic, and we'd like to help you. And they joined and they agreed to distribute the movie, which for me was amazing. Manchester by the Sea, Mud, Margin Call, Supersize Me, like these are all films that inspired me. So thank you very much, Howard and Eric. I love you guys. They've been great partners. You know, they really, the film changed a lot after they got involved. Like Eric and I sat in the editing room together, and he's actually a studio executive that's not like a douchebag. Like he's smart, and he had a lot of great things to say, and he helped me make a better movie. So thank you, Eric, for all of that. And then after Roadside Attractions, I wanted a bigger release. I wanted more marketing money, and I discussed that with my partners, and we tested the movie, and it tested really well. And that's when, you know, I wasn't sure how I was going to get this extra money. So I just looked up in the sky and I noticed something was coming at me real fast. And I was like, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Sean Wolfington. And this guy is a beast. Those of you who know Sean understand what I'm saying. He calls you 500 times a day when he needs something. But Sean Wolfington saw the movie. He got on a Zoom with me, and he said, let me make a prediction right now. This movie's going to make $1 billion and win an Academy Award. And I'm like, easy, cowboy. Here's what I need. And I listed a few things. He got me everything I needed within 7 days. The day after Sean Wolfington saw the movie, he called up his friend, my brother, John Devaney, who's here tonight with his family. And he said, John, I want you to meet with Mo. John and I had a 6-hour Zoom. And John said, hey, Mo, what do you need? And I said, I need another $5 million. And he was like, great, it'll be in your account tomorrow. So I love you, John Devaney. Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. And then it sort of spiraled. Linda Perry, the great Linda Perry saw the movie. She was moved. She wrote a song for the movie, and there were all these names being thrown around about who should sing the song. And I told Sean Wolfington, I said, I really want a Latino. And he was like, you know, I'm really good friends with Luis Fonsi. Oh, come on, give me a break, man. And we were on a Zoom, and he called Fonzie on our Zoom, and he goes, yo, brother, what's up, man? We gotta make another movie. Are you ready to go? And Fonzie's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. He's like, great, you gotta meet Mo, and you gotta do a song for him. And he's here tonight. He's an executive producer. And I have to thank Luis Fonsi. He's one of the kindest, most generous, and most giving human beings I've ever met. And at that point, I was happy. I was content. I was like, we're good. For a little movie, we've got enough people. And then it got crazy. Then it got even crazier. I then received information from Sean that Tony Robbins had seen the movie and sent me a video that Tony Robbins had made for me. And I was in Mexico City when I got the video, and I literally fell out of my bed. I wept like a baby. Tony Robbins is one of my heroes, and I gotta tell you, like, I don't care. What matters to me is what affects me, and Tony Robbins' words have saved me a million times from suicidal depression. I mean, where your focus goes, energy flows. That's on my WhatsApp. So Tony, I'm so grateful to you. You have been there for me, and you have supported this film like no one else. So thank you very much. You are fantastic. And then you got, you know, Jimmy Barge, the Chief Financial Officer of Lionsgate. He's not here tonight. He joined as executive producer. The legend, Paul Lauer, the marketing guru behind The Passion and Rocky Balboa. We had all these people join. And then Vivek Ramaswamy. He came on board, and I was like, Vivek, I love you. You're an Indian. You're a Hindu. You want to do good in the world, but I'm a Democrat. I want to be honest. And what was so great is that he was like, no, look, I don't care if you're a Democrat, I'm a Republican. What I care about is that this is wrong. Child slavery is wrong. We can agree on that. And he's been relentless on social media. I've had calls from all around the world in the last few days since Vivek has been posting. So thank you so much, Vivek. And then, you know, Martin Sheen, Mira Sorvino's here tonight. She joined as executive producer, and she is a massive advocate for human trafficking. She's been fighting for a long time, and I hope all of us will join her after you guys watch this movie, because she's done a lot in the anti-human trafficking movement. Pat Riley, like, it's just getting kind of nuts. Frank Grillo, and my crazy sister Colleen Camp is here. She's one of the most insane people I've ever met, and I love her. Colleen, if you, me, and Sean Wolfington went and got in a spaceship, it would explode, and we would power the Earth forever after the sun died. So thank you, Colleen, for everything. And lastly, I just want to say, you know, for the little 12-year-old boy who was bullied and he saw Rocky, and you know, Rocky changed my life, and it's the reason I became a filmmaker. To get an endorsement from Sylvester Stallone has just been the greatest moment of my life. Last Saturday, Tony Robbins sent me a message, and he said, "Happy birthday and Merry Christmas, brother." And I was like, whoa, has he been drinking? Like, does he know it's me? And he sent me a video that Sly had sent, and I just sat in my car and I cried. And I said, you know, I felt like a failure my whole life, and I can enjoy this moment, and I can say that I did something because I inspired one of the people that inspired me. So before all of you fall asleep, I'm going to stop and just say thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy the movie.